Hey guys, my name is Eric and this is Cooking with Curly. I'm going to cook today a wonderful, easy, delicious soup that involves two of my favorite things, cheese and beer. It's going to be a beer and cheddar soup with some veggies thrown in there. Alright, let's get started. For ingredients, we've got some olive oil, some butter, about 3 tablespoons, some veggies. This is called a mirepoix, which is equal parts of onions, celery, and carrots. It's a French term. Some flour, it's about 2 to 3 tablespoons, a Pilsner beer, some chicken broth, some milk, and some cheese. And that's all the ingredients that we're going to use for this entire recipe. Okay, we've got our heat on medium on our pot. We're going to add our butter in there and get that started melting. That's 3 tablespoons of butter and 1 tablespoon of oil. Alright. And when this gets completely melted, we're going to add our veggies to it. And we're going to sweat them out. Alright, our butter is just about finished melting. We can go ahead and add our veggies into it. That sounds good. Let's toss these all in here. And probably in about 5 to 10 minutes, these will all be opaque and soft, and we'll be able to continue with the recipe. I'll come back when these are softened. While this was going, I forgot to mention that you add a little bit of salt and pepper to it to help it sweat out a little bit more. I just added a couple pinches of salt and a couple grinds of the peppermill. Alright, these are nice and sweated out, so I'm going to add our flour. And try not to add it all at once, just see, you don't want to over dry it out. We're going to let this cook out for a little bit. We're going to add our beer to it to kind of deglaze and get all the little bits off the bottom. This is cooked out pretty good. And be careful with this. I opened my bottle about 20-30 minutes prior so that it wouldn't foam up quite as much, but it's still probably going to. Oh, you should just smell it in here. Maybe one day they'll create smell-o-vision. And what we're going to do, we're just going to reduce this by half, and then we're going to add our milk and our chicken stock and heat it up. And I'll be right back with you once this is reduced. Okay, it's nice and thick now, and it's reduced a little bit. And we're going to add our milk in. We're going to add our chicken stock in. We're just going to whisk this together, let it heat up, and let it sit for about 5-10 minutes or so. And then we're going to add our cheese and be ready to eat. Oops, meant the whisk. There we go. Okay, let's let this sit for a little while. Look at that color. It looks pretty, doesn't it? Alright, and I'll be right back with you once this comes back to a boil. And last, now that it's come up to a boil, the best part of it is this cheese. We're going to add 2 cups of cheese. Alright, and we're going to take it off the heat. We're going to turn the heat off. We're just going to mix this in and let it melt all the way through. I've made this once before. This will be my second time. The first time I used an IPA and the flavors were really good, but my girlfriend, she's just not an IPA fan, so she didn't especially care for the aftertaste. But everybody else that tried it, they thought it was really good, so hopefully this one will be just as good. I'm using a different beer, so we'll see. Okay, and we'll just let this heat up a little bit, or let this melt all the way through, and we're gonna serve it up in a bowl. Alright, where'd the spoon go that I just had? Yeah, grab the spoon, pour a couple of scoops in here. And this would go really good with like a grilled cheese and ham sandwich. But I didn't have any of that, so I didn't end up doing it. Okay. And now for the taste test. What's that? Oh my goodness. Hot, but it's really good. My name's Eric. This is Cooking with Curly. Make sure to rate, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you next time.